Hello everyone, Tom Phillips, Executive Director of the Citrus Connection here for one of the most exciting CCTVs, if not the most exciting CCTV that we have ever shot. I'm very excited today to come to you and tell you that yesterday, April 13th, the Lakeland Area Mass Transit District Board of Directors unanimously approved pay raises for 100% of our driver workforce effective October 1st. Of this coming year. And I am here with this amazing team of individuals, and you all know Aaron Dunn. Aaron's not going to take any credit, but I'm going to talk about Aaron Dunn as well. And this is your team of Citrus Connection team members, and you know them all. They're the ones that crunched the numbers, did the data, and made sure that everything worked out from an operational perspective and a financial perspective so that we could come to you with these amazing new pay rates that the board had approved, which you're going to hear about from them in a second. So I really want you to hear from them. I also want to thank all of you that are watching. We know that these are unprecedented times with inflation, and we know that there's been a lot of salary challenges with the Florida 15. We're not at $15 an hour yet from a minimum wage perspective, but it has been moving up, which has meant that our once competitive wages became less than competitive. And that's made it very difficult for recruiting new drivers, and I'm very sad to say that some people that would be watching this aren't because they've moved on to higher paying jobs. We're hopeful that a lot of those people will come back, and for those of you that are watching, relief is on the way, and I can tell you what you're about to hear is very significant relief. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to the team. Thanks.
All right. Thank you for that introduction, Tom. James Phillips here. I'm joined today with Kelly Suazo and Carlie Flagler, and we're here to talk about the upcoming changes to our operations. Kelly?
Thank you, James. We have great news. We have to make some adjustments to the west side and the east side of the county. Our goal is to contract a few routes on the east side with transitions. And those drivers are going to still keep their jobs.
Thanks, Kelly. On the west side of the system, or the Lakeland side of things, we took all these meandering long routes and we took it and made it more efficient. We cut out the places where there was low or no ridership at all, and we took our core downtown area and we've created a downtown circulator. For those who might be familiar, this is going to be very closely resembled to our Peach Line, and by freeing up those bus stops that are close to the terminal, all of our routes can leave the terminal on an express system and get to where they need to get to where they need to go in a more rapid fashion. By making these routes more efficient, we can close out these open driver positions, and we can use those savings to pay everyone more. And Carlie is going to talk about to the tune of how much.
And with those pay increases for everybody who's been here for 0 to 3 years, you get a pay raise to $18 an hour. For 4 to 9 years, it'll be $21 an hour. And finally, for 10 plus years, it'll be about $24 an hour.
Okay, so what are the next steps? And I hope that you found this information very useful. The next steps are Tyrus Richardson, who you can see on the screen here, the union steward for the TWU 525, and Tyrus's contact information, normally I'd point below, but I'm going to point somewhere here. Tyrus's contact information and email is on the screen. Tyrus is going to be holding a all-employee required meeting for all of the union members to be able to vote on this taking effect on October 1st of 2015. That will require a affirmative vote of the TWU in order to be able to proceed. So Tyrus is going to get you those next steps. If you all would like management there to answer any town hall questions that you have, we've offered to Tyrus that that's absolutely something that we're willing to do. We are going to make sure that it's on site here at 1212 George Jenkins, so you know probably the only place that is large enough to accommodate a meeting of that size, because it's going to be required, is going to be 2 of the bays, which will be cleaned out here at 1212, and James is going to go ahead and make sure that there's enough folding chairs for everyone, and that there's some food and refreshments all for you as well. The union agreement, as you know, requires that if we call you in outside of your normally scheduled shift, that regardless how long you're here, you are guaranteed 2 hours of reporting pay. So you will be guaranteed that 2 hours of reporting pay regardless of how long you meet. So if Tyrus can hold the meeting in less than 2 hours, you'll still be paid that 2 hours of reporting time. In the meantime, if you have any questions that Tyrus can't answer that are non-union related, you can contact myself or James Phillips or your supervisor. Our doors are always open, and if they aren't, just feel free to knock and we'll get you the answers to your questions as quickly as possible. As always, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for sticking with us during these unprecedented times. We're very excited about this news. Thank you, and God bless.